as usual, just some of the incidents.
I must say this was very tough for the team. The first half they were very strong. I must give it to them. We did not do much, even though we got into the final third several times, but we could not even get a shot at goal because of those final decisions, those final mistakes, the ball getting lost from Tesh, the ball getting lost from Ike, the ball getting lost from Mobena, and those situations would ultimately result in counter-attacks, which I think we dealt very well with them first half. But second half there were some scary moments where they really looked very strong. On set pieces we knew they are very strong, and we were trying the best we can not to give them anything around the box because Police has got very good delivery, and they've got very aggressive players on set pieces, Matuludi being one of their best players on set pieces. It was just unfortunate that we never really hindered something, even when we got maybe one of the biggest chances was when Tiwane played that ball to Ike, where you would expect Ihram to receive and finish. But on the day it was just not to be. We never really had much of a control of the game. Second half I think we improved a little bit in that regard. But even though we improved in that, but we still had a lot of counter-attacks against us. Our rest defense was questionable in some moments. And I just think the speed of the game was also very slow. We did not play the way one would have loved us to play, where we move the ball a little bit faster and give ourselves a chance to dominate the match and shift a team that works very hard, because we must give them credit. They are a team that works very hard. Even if you've got moments to get behind them, if you are not fast enough, by the time you try to play the ball inside, everybody else is behind the ball. They are only left with Chauge, maybe and Apolis up front. We should congratulate them. I think they played well, and I think they deserve to win the match.
And Coach, do you think maybe the two forced changes in the second half kind of played a role in some of the things that you wanted to see from the players, and also you had 2 yellow cards in the first half? It seems like some of the players that got the yellow cards were off in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it was scary because the yellow card for Lebo, I think it was legitimate. But when Marcelo got a yellow card, when I thought he was the one probably fouled, I then realized that we are in for it, and we must make sure that we take them out and bring new players in, which I think Tebza and Pizzo came in and played very well. But unfortunately, just when we thought we are getting the grip of the game, Tesh gets injured, Mabena gets injured, then now you must try and make some more changes from there. And I think that's where maybe the rhythm of the game was also lost. But the truth is, first half we did not create much, and second half we did not create much. And they are a very good defending team, to be honest. We must never take that away from them. They are a team that is very stingy in giving away goals, but we really tried to move them. But even in moments where you thought we should get something, Kulisa's shot at the end, maybe it should have been. Ihram's shot, where he could not even take a shot, because I don't know what happened there, whether the wind moved the ball or what. I still have to check it. But I was not impressed. I was not impressed with the speed of play. I was not impressed with our chance creation. I was not impressed with our decision making in the final third. And it's areas that we must work very hard on to try and get ourselves back, because we thought we had improved tremendously in that regard. And this is the team that was playing against Arrows just the other day and that scored 5 goals. And if today they struggle to even have a shot on target, then we should be worried.
Shot a lot of games, Coach. What was time in the training pitch? How do you get the boys back?
It's a little bit difficult because now you always have a match day minus one, match day plus 1, which is your match day minus 2, and it becomes very difficult to prepare the team, which is why we are also reliant on maybe using the match day to train the team that we are anticipating to use after, so that it has a little bit more training days. But when you have traveled and you are away from home, it's a little bit difficult, I must be honest, because now we are here, it's a Sunday, we are arriving tomorrow, we have Tuesday only to play a game against on Wednesday, it's a little tough, but we cannot complain because every other team is experiencing the same. It's better when we are in this situation with everybody else. It's not like it's only Sundowns that is having back-to-back matches. Everybody is in the same boat. Let's see what's going to happen. Everybody will have to swim.
Coach, this was your second game against Mamelodi, against the Polokwane City. You found it very difficult to beat them in the MTN 8, having won in the extra time. Did you anticipate that it would be a difficult day today?
No, I did. I did anticipate it's going to be a difficult game. The one in the MTN 8, I think it was much easier than this one. I think we created a lot of scoring opportunities on that one. But on this one, I don't want to lie. We really struggled to find openings. We really struggled to find our turns, to be able to force them to defend facing their goals. We lost too many balls in that final moment, that final pass. That final decision was always not one of the best, and that's where the game was. But in anticipating that it's going to be a difficult game, I can tell you, every time we're coming to play Polokwane City here, it's never easy, more especially in this pitch.
Do you have a diagnosis on Tyson?
No, I haven't heard anything, but it does not look good for both of them.
And coach, when you look at Aseko, everybody talks about how defenders mature with age. When it's still at the age of 19, there's a type of maturity that he shows whenever he has the ball, how he moves forward, how he tracks back. Most players his age never, not getting to that point.
No, that's very impressive. I don't want to lie to you. It's one player that surprises all of us. When you consider that just last season he was a DDC player for Sekhukhune, and suddenly he is amongst the serious contenders for the first spot in the Sundowns camp, and he plays very well. And the good thing about him, which is very unusual from a youngster, he's very consistent, and youngsters are normally not very consistent, and he's very consistent, and one just hopes and prays that he does not get injured.
A big moment for Rowan and a big moment for the club tomorrow. What do you make of the moment and maybe just a little as a support?
I mean, it's very good for the club, it's very good for the country, and it's very good for the continent to get recognized at that level. And I think for the player himself and his family, it's also something unbelievable, because nobody would have thought that a goalkeeper from Sundowns would get a nomination into the Ballon d'Or as one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and that speaks volumes. And the fact that he is even there, regardless of the outcome, it's very big. It's very big for African football. It's very big for Mamelodi Sundowns, and it's very big for all of us as South Africans. We should be very proud that we've got one of our own representing us at that level of football.
Coach, I know it's not a place, but you're one of the senior coaches in the country. I know you're on the receiving end here today, but when you look at when you look at him, does it give you a sense of pride that the young black coach is punching above a weight in the club level?
No, I've known this boy for more than 10 years now, and you can ask him. I told him you will become one of the best coaches in this country. The first time I saw him, I think we were playing a pre-season friendly, and I was listening to him when he was talking to his team on the bench, and I heard that this boy has got attention to detail, and he's got a lot to give to South African football. And from that time up until now, our relationship has always been very good. He's one boy that I'm very optimistic he will make it, because he understands the game, he loves the game, and he's got attention to detail. And honestly speaking, if you look at this team, I don't know who recruits players for Polokwane City, but if you look at this team and their recruitment, you will see they really have a lot of very good players, and they must be given credit. And I was speaking to someone else the other day, far away from this match, and I said one of the teams that has really recruited very well is Polokwane City, and I do think they are a team that is going to be a big threat. You will always be concerned with how far as they will go, but I knew that they will be a threat because the team they have is quite strong, and the coach they have is quite good. I respect him a lot, and we are very close.
Thank you guys. Any update on Kambas on his injury?
Still too far. Still too far. Still in the second week for the 4 months that we are anticipating for the injury. So still too far.
Thank you guys. Thank you.